part 2 of this video on Shakespeare and the theme of sex. Continuing on from the previous video, we're now going to look at Othello and some of the themes of sex that are in the play Othello. Just to mention here, I'm talking about Othello, but the themes I talk about are relevant to a lot of Shakespeare plays. So if Othello is not your set text, do listen up, as these themes will also be relevant. We're going to look at sex and death, and we're going to look at the promiscuity of women, or the idea of women having a sexual appetite. So, firstly, let's take a look at the idea of the promiscuity of women. In this time, female sexuality was seen as threatening, and it is seen as incredibly threatening in the play of Othello. Obviously, everyone is just scared that their wives are cheating on them the whole time. It's basically the theme of Othello. In Elizabethan times, women being sexually active was seen as dangerous, as men feared they might have an affair. Also, women being openly sexual or openly sexually active would have meant that they were called prostitutes. So people thought women that expressed their sexuality were automatically trying to procure sex for money. The paranoia of Othello that his wife was cheating on him would have been familiar to people at the time. If a woman showed any kind of sexual activeness, or even if she didn't, the idea of female sexuality was threatening to husbands. The irony here is that Desdemona is presented as a very sexless character. The language surrounding her is always to do with purity and virginity, and she never displays any sexual behaviour. We see lots of imagery of light and dark in this play. Desdemona is often represented as the light and Othello as the dark. And this does end up becoming true. Othello does kill Desdemona. He says, "Put out the light," and put out the light. But Desdemona, even though she is being accused of being a very sexual woman and having affairs, she is actually presented as the most pure and the most virginal woman. Here are some examples from the text from Brabantio, who, if you just pause the video and have a read of this now, if Brabantio says that he is scared that Desdemona has lost her virginity, that's the first thing he thinks of, and he's very emotional here. You can see from all the questions and exclamations, even in one line, so lots of breaking up of the rhythm here. And he talks to all fathers saying, "Trust not your daughters' minds by what you see them act," which is very important here, because he's saying, he obviously knows that his daughter is very pure and nice and doesn't misbehave, but he's saying you can never know what is going on in their minds.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together, let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.